To give you a better picture, let's go through a quick practical examples. Example 1. First, I'm going to update a button text in this simple React app. Let's first see how it works in an IDE, and then we'll do the same in Paragraph. So I find the right component, then I find the line with my button, and I edit it here in the code. It's automatically refreshed in my browser here, and I can see the result. It was quite easy, but I did need many development-related tools to be installed on my machine. Now we are doing the same thing in Paragraph. This is the page. Now just click on this button and edit the text. Click Save. Done. With this simple example, the main benefit here is that with Paragraph, I didn't have to install anything at all, meaning either of my team members could do it, not just the developers. And then I got some extra perks as well, like automated grammar checks and collaborative editing. Let's see a slightly more sophisticated example. Example 2. So we have a Laravel app, and there's this template that displays a welcome text. And one part of the text depends on a dynamic number, so it requires pluralization sometimes, and also it's going to have a Spanish translation. So the first option here is to wrap all of this in Laravel translation function. And the part that requires pluralization has to be separate, because it's a different function in Laravel. So we have to provide 2 versions of this text depending on this number, this variable. Now we have to make it all a single line, a very long single line, which is not ideal for reading. But if we don't do this, it'll break Laravel's translation function. To add Spanish translation, we create this extra file and we copy and paste the original English text here and then add translations. Looks kind of okay-ish, just a bit too long. But the problem is, if I edit this in any way, if I add a single letter here in the original English text, it's going to break. It's going to disconnect the Spanish translation. That's not great. So we have option 2. Let's move this whole original text in a language file, and then we will reference it by its unique ID. Okay, we solved the problem we had, but we created a couple of brand new problems. Now it's a bit less readable. What do these IDs mean? What's inside? If I want to change them, is it safe to do so? Did this ID exist already? And so on. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but it's not ideal. Can we make this better? Let's try. So instead of all this dancing we did, let's just wrap our whole sentence in this special directive. We are just swapping Laravel's function with our function, which is a bit more sophisticated, a bit more prepared for complex scenarios. So now, this looks very, very normal. Almost as if there was nothing going on. No localization, no pluralization. To translate it, let's just go to Paragraph Dashboard. We find our page here, we click on it, we change the language to Spanish in this dropdown. Let's click on our text and edit it right here, the embedded variable. The number of apples is not edible here because it's not part of the text, but we can clearly see it's going to be here for the real user. Click Save. Done. This is just some basics. There's actually much more. There is states. Every page or email can have multiple states, like a welcome page for an anonymous user versus a welcome page for a logged-in user. There is journeys, sequences of pages, of steps, grouped together so that you can manage a specific flow in a productive way. Step by step, you follow the real user journey, listening to what your product says and making sure it's correct. Because if some parts of it aren't correct, your customers will come to your support desk asking questions. Your customers will get confused, frustrated, and some of the users won't even become your customers. So in a nutshell, Paragraph offers you to switch from managing this, numerous files and folders with cryptic contents, partials within partials within partials, components within components within components, to managing this, your product's pages and comms as your customers see them, looking all shiny and nice as your team designed them, called their proper human names. And as a result, you can increase customer conversions, overall customer satisfaction, boost sales, reduce customer support desk load, as well as explore new markets.